sitting on the throne, he wouldn't move because out of respect for the Heart Sutra. It's so sacred, so important. And how many minutes does it take to finish? 2 minutes? 2 or 3 minutes? We have 3 different tunes. One is just very simple. One medium one, probably 15 to 20 minutes, which is still we do. But there is one tune was actually. So, but they say later we revived that. But I've never heard that one. But it looks like it was revived. The chanting leader came to India, called Taga Dugda, meaning Taga means walnut, Dugda means thunder. So his body is small, but his voice is so like thunder. So that's why people gave him a nickname called Taga Dugda. Great chanting leader, Sereche chanting leader. He came to Tibet, India. So he really taught so many things to the monks. And that time he revived that, the very extensive one. Takes at least 1.5 hours. Generally speaking, 2.5 hours. They say when they start the Heart Sutra, the extensive one with the tune, like it would be like similar to this one, like thus, right? Like that. So it will stay there like that. So it will take to finish one Heart Sutra, it will take at least 1.5 hours. They say, elders say, when there's one Heart Sutra, this with the extensive tune, you can go from Lhasa, from Sera to Lhasa and come back. So then I checked. I did a little research. It takes 2.5 hours. But I think maybe there's a little bit of exaggeration. Oh, you can go go a little faster. So I think at least 1.5 hours, definitely. See, now you can actually, so I used to think sometimes they have similar like tune like that. I was wow, what are you doing? Nobody understand. We don't understand what you are saying. Oh, this is just totally waste of time. We were very young. We used to think that way, but it's not, because this was giving you the chance to meditate on emptiness. So now you can meditate for 1.5 hours or 2 hours. So nobody will, even Giku will not stand up. It's not supposed to stand up. So really powerful, powerful, powerful. So like even you can actually meditate on just one word, thus, right? Maybe you can, after 3 or 4 years later, or maybe, I don't know, maybe if you're too smart, maybe in 1 year you can probably get shamatha. Really. Just saying, oh, amazing. And also many people, they meditate on emptiness. Yeah. So, okay. So now we will, let me see, sometimes when I talk very, okay. Thus have I heard. Once, blessed one. See, when you hear blessed one, that means it indicates the teacher. So teacher, and thus, no, okay, yeah, that's correct. Thus have I heard, that indicates the teaching. Once the time, indicates the time. The blessed one indicates the teacher, and then dwelling in Rajgir at Walter Peak Mountain. The Walter Peak Mountain, why do we call it Walter Peak Mountain? Some say, excuse me, the shape of the mountain or the hill is just like a vulture's head. Some say it looks like a vulture's body. Some say many bodhisattvas who have this miraculous power. They flew to Rajgir in the form of vultures. That's why. So there were so many vultures like that. Ordinary people could say, "What are these vultures doing there, flying from all direction?" So that's why it's called vultures, Vulture Peak Mountain, because of the shape. I think shape. So there are several different explanations, but I think shape of head of the vulture. Together with a great gathering of sangha of monks, and the great gathering of the sangha of bodhisattvas, that indicates the disciple. See, the whole thing tells you the whole story of this text. Talks about the teaching. Heard means teaching. Once indicates the time. Blessed one indicates the teacher. And and also dwelling in the Rajgir at the Vulture Peak Mountain indicates the place, of course, place. And together with a great gathering of sangha of monks and a great gathering of the sangha of bodhisattvas. So that's the disciple. And now we will. I think I have something more to say about it. Now this is important to share. See, when you look at the Buddha's image, Buddha is placing his hand like this, touching it's called earth touching mudra, right? Sanyu Nyamsha. Sanyu Chakya, and this is holding the nectar in the bowl, begging bowl, on his equipoise, this gesture. So these two gestures indicates the destroying of 3 or 4 evils. So this one touching the ground, meaning kind of pressing down, that indicates the overcoming the evil of celestial, what you call the son of the Devaputra. Devaputra.
What would be the English? The
heavenly son.
Heavenly son, heavenly son,
Heavenly son, S-O-N?
Yeah, S-O-N, S-O-N. This kind of it's like it's a it's a kind of a, how to call it, low quality or like a god, so to speak, a celestial being. It's almost like an anti-semi-god or anti-god. So, but they tend to harm other beings, sentient beings. So we need to get rid of that one. So that's why it's called evil, Mara of Devaputra, or evil of Devaputra. So it interferes our activities, Dharma activities, and so on. So that's this gesture. And here, he's holding this bowl with the nectar. So the nectar has 3 types of nectar. One is called nectar as a medicine, free from illness. Nectar which is free. How to say? I don't know how to exactly say, but it's a medicine. One nectar as a medicine, or another nectar as a now I forgot. So one nectar is a medicine, one is oh wow, now I can't even remember. And then so last one, first one is, there are 3 types of, although they're one nectar, but you can differentiate. One is like acts as a medicine. No, maybe nature. Now I forgot. Too bad, huh?
You mentioned them before.
Before, huh?
Yeah. Delusions, aggregates.
No, not that one. The nectars, 3 nectars. One nectar as a medicine, free, which will free you from illnesses. And there's another nectar, but I don't remember, which will free you from the death, meaning not completely death-free life, but it will prolong the death. So that's called now I got it. Yeah, means nectar of life, nectar of medicine, nectar of life, and uncontaminated nectar, which refers to the wisdom. So, although it looks like one nectar, but if you clearly look carefully, they have different function. One mainly works as a medicine. So that nectar, what was done? It indicates one of the 4 maras there. Aggregate. See, when we have aggregate, meaning our body and mind and so on. Although this is supposed to be very holy body, very precious body, but at the same time, this body is the source of all our problems. In reality, we don't need that body if you have any choices. We don't want that body. So this come in the way of enlightenment, right? Because of this, now we will have, knee problem, head problem, the heart problem, all this problem. So this is called the evil of aggregates. So we don't want that. So how can you get rid of that? By the nectar, this nectar called the medicine nectar. So this will heal your body, right? So this it opposes the evil of aggregates. And then third one, death, right? Death. Now, the life, the nectar of life, long life. The nectar of long life will prolong your life. Not completely death-free, but prolong your life. That's why it's called death-free, kind of a deathless, nectar of deathless or something like that. So that's third Mara. And fourth Mara, that's the most serious one. Since Buddha overcome all the afflicted emotions, so then now he actually uprooted all the problem. So there is no problem, any problem can actually exist because he uprooted. So that's the nectar called uncontaminated wisdom nectar. Yeah, wisdom nectar, uncontaminated wisdom nectar. So you just outwardly it looks like nectar, but in reality it's wisdom of Buddha. So that opposes the Mara of klesha, all the afflicted emotions. So these 2 gestures in reality shows the Buddha has overcome these 4 Maras. So just these 2. Inside the nectar has 3 different types of nectar. One as a medicine, which opposes the aggregate, Mara of aggregate, and then second one, long life nectar, which opposes the Mara of death, and then nectar of uncontaminated wisdom, which opposes the afflicted emotion or the klesha. So this 2 gesture. See, now you can easily say, oh yeah, that's that indication of overcoming four maras. So just it is really nice to know that. Okay, and then okay, now I will stop. So now we have come to the third. Fourth one. Fourth outline, which is the entering the wisdom. Entering the wisdom. So I think I will stop here, and then I'll take some questions.
Bishop, you were just talking about the four maras for the gestures, and I'm clear on the nectar ones, but what is the first mara?
First mara is called mara of aggregates. Aggregate means 5 aggregates.
No, the first one for the touching the
Oh, that's the Son of God, right? So now it's not good translation. Sometimes Son of God means different thing, right? So Devaputra, or princess, or princess of God or something. So Devaputra, that usually try to harm sentient being. So we need to get rid of that evil. Yeah. What was? How do you say that Devaputra in?
I've heard it translated the Mara of the Heavenly Son.
Oh, Heavenly Son, yeah. Heavenly Son, yeah. You could say that. That's much better. Heavenly Son, not Son of God. You could say that, but it will confuse us. Heavenly Son, yeah. And that one, and then Mara of aggregates, 5 aggregates, and Mara of death, and Mara of afflicted emotions. So these are the 4 maras, or the evils.
What does the Mara of Heavenly Son do? Like, what's his?
This being try to harm you when you practice Dharma.
Oh, okay.
They will harm you. So see this one, gesture, meaning pressing or overpowering, this gesture. Like, when you do like that, it is pressing you down, right? So that's the gesture.
This is also when the night he attained
Touching.
enlightenment, when Mara tried to...
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah.
So it's an earth witness also, wasn't it?
Well, could be, yeah. But this, in this case, indicates the suppressing or the, taming the Mara.
Are they actual beings?
Yeah, actual being, yeah. That's actual being, yeah. Actual being. The second, third, all is not being. Yeah.
I don't understand your question.
Are they actual beings like outside?
First one is actual being, the celestials.
So they're out there right now.
Yes, they're out there. Not all of them. First one is real being.
Oh, it's a real...
It's like a sentient being, right?
Sentient.
Sentient being. First one.
Because one can also speak about inner Maras.
Yeah, that's different. There are lots of Mara. Inner Mara, outer Mara, and secret Mara. It's a lot of that. Secret but Mara. This,
Don't tell me there's more.
So you said that Mara harms you when you practice Dharma. So if I want to practice Dharma and don't like to get harmed by that Mara, what do I do?
Oh, you recite Heart Sutra. That Heart Sutra is there.
Or refuge, yeah?
Yeah, refuge, take refuge, yeah. Take refuge. Okay, any other questions? Okay, if not, then we will stop, and then maybe next time we will try to go to the next level. Probably next time we will go a little faster. Hopefully.
This is very good.
But it's good to know. Good to know word by word.
Yeah.
Because usually, Lamas give it in maybe one session or finish.
It makes it so much more meaningful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you recite every time.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you can meditate on that one. and then contemplate on each word. Okay, that quite important, right? Okay,
So can I just?
sure.
So when I say thus, for example, the first word, can I meditate, stop, and meditate on impermanence at that point?
Yes, you can
That's what you're
definitely.
saying, right?
Yes, you can meditate on impermanence.
And then devotion to the Buddha, because you were saying how he was crying.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can actually remember the Buddha, right? Thus, it's kind of very, thus have I heard once. It's kind of very long, right? Sometimes I feel very sad when once I heard this teaching, really very sad. 20, 30 something years ago, I heard teaching from His Holiness Dalai Lama on 8,000 verses and 2 other texts, Abhisamalankara, and 3 texts together. His Holiness gave very rare teaching. One time, that's it. So very sad. Now it's gone, right? This will never come back. It's kind of very sad, right? And in this case, Buddha passed away, so he was really so devastated. So it's really crying. So it's really powerful. The word is very powerful. Yes. Okay, we can stop.
So on page 30, short mandala. This ground anointed with perfumes, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, 4 continents, the sun and the moon. Imagine this as a Buddha field and offer it. May all living beings enjoy this pure land. May my venerable Lama's life be firm, his white divine action spread in the 10 directions. May the torch of the teachings of Losang always remain, dispelling the darkness of all beings in the 3 realms. Idam Guru Ratna Mandalakam Niryatayami. I guess we'll just go on sequence. So on page 83, page 33. Short long life prayer for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. You who uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjana's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplished magnificent prayers honoring the 3 jewels, say of myself and others, your disciples, please live long. Page 34. May the supreme jewel bodhicitta that has not arisen arise and grow, and may that which has arisen not diminish but increase more and more. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good. All-powerful, Chenrezig Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. Savior of the snowland teachings and transmigratory beings, who makes extremely clear the path that is unification of emptiness and compassion. To Lotus Holder Tenzin Gyatso I beseech, may all your holy wishes be spontaneously fulfilled. May the glorious Guru's lives be long and stable. May all beings equal in the extent of space have happiness. May I and others without exception accumulate merit and purify negativities, and may we be blessed to quickly attain Buddhahood. Due to the merits of these virtuous actions, may I quickly attain the state of a Guru Buddha, and lead all living beings without exception into that enlightened state. May the supreme jewel bodhicitta that has not arisen arise and grow, and may that which has arisen not diminish but increase more and more. Just as the brave Manjushri and Samantha Bhadratu realize things as they are, I also dedicate all these merits in the best way, that I may follow their perfect example. I dedicate all these roots of virtue with a dedication praised as the best, by the victorious ones thus gone the 3 times, so that I may perform the noble Bodhisattva deeds.
Okay, excellent. Sure. You can actually, if you want to make, you can make a copy of this one. I just taught one time in Vancouver, So this has a kind of outlines. So, you know, like,
You could maybe scan it and maybe
yeah,
send it electronically. Would be,
yeah, maybe this one.
Scanning would be better. Would be better quality.
Yeah, sure.
what's that? Would be
If we scanned it,
Scanning and saying better.
scanning and sending to her.